Good day to everyone on
Hey,
LinkedIn. Uh,
hey
Hello, Jenny.
hey there, Ian.
Yeah, I'm just going to introduce myself and introduce you, and we'll get going here. I'm Ian McKinnon. I'm the head of marketing with TESTA, and today I'm checking in with my friend Jenny Ramstedt, who joined TESTA about 3 months ago on May 9th. So we're just kind of getting into it here. We're just over 3 months, and how are you liking the work as our new head of sales, Jenny?
Well, it's strange to think it's only been 3 months because it feels like I know the team really well and I've been doing this for a very long
Yeah.
time. And I
Yeah.
really, really like it. It's probably that feeling you have when you find some place where everyone thinks like you and you have get the same motivation. And I've been really well welcomed as well by everyone in the team. It's amazing.
That's great. You've had a lot of work to do right away. There's been a lot of leads coming in. It seems like, I don't know. I mean, how are you finding it? There's a lot to do.
Yeah, no, it was more surfing in, but I think that it's the best way of starting something. So it might be that you need to ask for a lot of help, and some things doesn't turn out exactly as you imagine because there's just been a lot to handle incoming, and we are in different time zones as well. So I was already taking a lot of sales meetings the first week because we have a lot of leads coming in all the time from the website. And yeah, we're also working with the Taipei office and of course the Vancouver office. It's a different time zone. So yeah, I was just getting in and gliding. And that's a good way of learning as well. I mean, making mistakes is okay, but it's to just sit and roll your thumbs while things are being built up. That's a bit of a scary way to start a new role as well.
Yeah, better to be busy and learn everything quickly at the beginning than have nothing to do,
Yeah.
for sure. So, look, I just wanted to talk a little bit about your background because it was really interesting to us. And I've made a few notes here. One thing we made a press release when you on board, and one of the things that we had in that was that you've got a really strong background in both software development and iGaming operations. Right? This we thought that this made you really uniquely qualified for working with Testa. Can you kind of go through your background a little bit for us and explain why that set you up so well to work for Testa?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of people are the same as me and the same part of Testa as well. A lot of gaming, we remember that early in the days, what was the whole idea was taking something online that was already existing. So of course, a lot of the founders and everyone, it's really, and for me, that warms my heart a little bit because I'm still from that
Yeah.
product side, the innovation, taking something. And it's strange because even if you look at the bigger companies today, they often do not see themselves from the commercial angle. They actually see themselves as inventing something and making something available. And
Yeah.
yes, for me, I'm an engineer and software developer from the
Mhm.
beginning. I was working in different industries. And what I thought was that I worked in industries where you had like one or two users. And then I thought, oh, this is not nice. I want to work where you have lots of users. And then
Mhm.
I found my way through Betson and their platform. But it was one thing there, and that's probably why I found Testa as well, because as soon as I heard about it, and that's the same when people hear about Testa now, that's why they even look for us on the general search for us because you do look for someone that what does my site look like in this and
Yeah.
this country. So that's why as soon as I found Test, I wanted to use it myself because I mean, all these companies, they're developed in one market and then with a lot of confidence because it is the internet and we can be everywhere. We go into markets where we don't even have a presence. I mean, sometimes it's even been now the industry is a little bit more mature, but I mean, it was definitely before like, oh, but we speak English. We happen to be Swedish. We speak English. Let's just translate the site and then
Well,
go into the UK. I'm sure it will work. And
good luck. Yeah.
that's not, it might have been the case then. And it depends on how successful you want to be. But now it's much better to have the idea of actually really thinking about what you're doing because it's more competitive and people are of course much more picky with products today. But yeah, that's a bit of the background story.
Mm.
So it was very easy for me to see that, yeah, Testa is somewhere where I could belong and have a lot of things to offer as well.
Yeah, your background really makes a lot of sense with your new role here. Now, another part of what you do, another part of your role is, being based in Malta. You've been to a few events over the last 3 months or so, And the most recent was IGB Live in Amsterdam. And I looked that up. There was a lot of participation this year in comparison with years previous. I think there was 12,000 attendees this year, as opposed to the year before where there were 5,000, and the year before that where there were 3,800. So it's a growing conference. Did you sense that when you were there? And what were your main takeaways from IGB Live in Amsterdam?
I mean, it was as a conference, it was very sad it's the last year in Amsterdam because a lot of people tend to go to Amsterdam. I wouldn't say because of the city, but it's also in Europe, it's very central for people, but it's also an airport which is easy to fly into from many other continents as well. So it does bring a lot of people to that conference. And then it grew out of a, I would say, particularly maybe even messy affiliation
Hmm.
type of thing, but it has grown, and you can see that there are a lot of side events to it. People take a chance to meet. Some have offices in Holland as well, and they take a chance to meet outside and create their own events. So you see a lot more of that rather than the expo floor, where you would see the expo floor is not as huge as SPC as will be later on, but you still get a lot of business being done, and it's July and it's Amsterdam, so everyone is in a
Hmm.
very good mood and take the time to
Hmm.
speak to you. So I would say, yeah, good conference for that. But yeah, as a takeaway, it's you hear about a few different things, and there were a lot of people speaking about Brazil. And then I'm not from the affiliate side, but there are all these. Everyone is looking for traffic from certain countries, and people are looking for a lot of crypto traffic and from Brazil. So that was something I picked up. And talking about crash games as well. In
Well, it sounds like it was a good conference. We're all kind of looking forward to another conference coming up in September,
yay,
SBC, which
yeah,
Test is going to be exhibiting at, and you're going to be there. So it's going to be the first time we've met you
yay,
in person. It's going to be super
yeah.
cool. What are you looking forward to in for SBC in Lisbon in September?
I mean, it's shaping up to. I mean, I'm very, very excited about the conference itself. Then, of course, I'm also excited to meet the team. So I'm lucky that we have some days before so we can prepare together. And that would be such a nice event in itself. But then SBC, is it really, it has a very nice combination for me about being more that content driven conference like iGaming
Mm.
Next, where you have a lot of interesting things you want to go to, but also having a really decent exhibit floor. And then I'll get to exhibit together with you guys. I mean, that's fantastic for me to actually have a home for Testa, which we can invite people to. I can see already now that, I mean, there are a lot of people coming, and there are a lot of bookings coming in already, people that want to meet us and take the chance, of course, to meet the whole team. So it's, I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity to be there and have
Yes.
everyone to meet with, both existing customers and then new people that we want coming in. So super exciting. And then I get to be in the production of the Sorte Svin as well as you did the last time. That's a
I'm glad
highlight.
you brought
That's
that
something
up
I'm
so
looking
that I
forward to.
didn't have to. Yeah, I didn't want to have to pronounce that. It's Sorte Svin. Is that how you say it?
Mhm.
And what
Yeah,
is
well,
that,
the
Jenny?
thing is that the term is a bit Danish, but let's not get into that. So it's not that easy for me to pronounce as well, but
Oh,
it's easy for me to drink.
okay. Basically, it's like a vodka with licorice, like a salty licorice, and it is
Yeah,
easy to drink. And yeah, we're mixing it up, bottling it, and going to be handing that out at the booth at the SBC. It's going to be
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yes, that's going to be nice doing the whole production before. And I like that you practiced in Sigma Manila as well. So now I come
Yeah.
in for the perfected one. And it was such a nice team building exercise you all had as well.
Yeah, it was great. We mixed it in the hotel room in Manila the night before, and brought it into the onto the floor the next day, and people loved it. It was super fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really nice to do something that you have done yourself as well.
Yeah, DIY. It's the name of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, cool, Jenny. Always good to talk to you, and we'll check in again soon. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And yes, it's how many weeks is it now until we meet in person?
It's just over maybe 6 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah,
just over a month. Yeah.
fantastic.